Well, there's three things about traditional Western banking that many people don't know that cause this situation. The first is that when you deposit your money with a bank, they actually become the legal owner of that money. And at the moment, they're experiencing that in Cyprus right now because they're not actually, they've had their deposits confiscated, essentially. The second thing is that when they become the legal owner of your money, in the background, without you knowing what's happening, they're doing all sorts of stuff with that money. So you don't know what your money is funding. You don't know what's happening with your money. You don't know how speculative or productive you're being with your money. And you don't know what's actually happening. And if you get your wages paid into a bank, you're opting into that system and you have pretty little choice of what's actually happening there. The third thing is that the banks actually are the creators of money. And essentially, when somebody takes out a mortgage, it's not somebody else's savings sat there in the background. They actually write the money into existence with that contract. And so with us, for example, if we wanted, if we want someone to invest, first they have to deposit and then they have to invest. With a bank, first somebody determines, they issue a loan into existence and then that turns into a deposit. And it's completely, it's very misunderstood. Now, when we get to the root of these three issues, we get to the root to solutions to the crisis, we get the root to, real sustainability. And what's really important for us as an alternative finance sector is to create some kind of way of people having a choice, whether they want to opt out of that system, and the Islamic banks have done the same thing, whether they can opt out. The challenge is that when you get behind that, all of us have to still clear through a traditional speculative bank. So the next vision and the next phase of what we want to achieve is make it so that we can completely opt out of the speculative bank, and we can create a system whereby people can determine, would you like to know what happens with your money? Or would you like to leave your money here where the bank determines what happens with your money? And so for me, why crowdfunding is one element of that, there's lots of other things. So there's a lot bigger mission, but one of the really important things that I'm really passionate about is I believe that businesses that are out to do the right thing, that can employ people, that can take such a risk, because setting up a business is hard work, it's risky. If they can take that risk, I think and they're the right people that are willing to work hard, then I think they deserve to have a process of getting funded. The problem is who's going to take that risk? Right. The bank doesn't want to take that risk. So for me, the only way I can think of rather than going to your parents and saying, can you risk 50 grand on me, is can I get lots of people to risk 10, 100, a few pounds on me, and we can pull the money together and share the risk.
And it's a shift from institutions deciding who gets the money to you deciding who gets the money.